Summary of Job's 7 to 12 NLT. Job's 7. Job cries out to God. Job describes the misery of his suffering, comparing life to a servant's hard labor and a fleeting breath. He questions why God is testing him and asks for relief, wondering why God pays so much attention to human beings. Job longs for death as an escape from his suffering. Job's 8. Bildad's first response. Bildad argues that Job's children must have died because of their own sins. He insists that if Job were truly innocent, God would restore him. He uses examples from nature to show that God does not allow the wicked to prosper and encourages Job to repent. Job's 9. Job acknowledges God's power. Job agrees that God is mighty and just, but feels that no human can argue with him. He laments that God seems unreachable and too powerful to challenge. Job wishes for a mediator between himself and God, expressing frustration over his suffering despite his innocence. Job's 10. Job pleads with God. Job directly appeals to God, questioning why he allows the innocent to suffer. He asks if God enjoys seeing him in pain and wonders why he was created if his life was meant for such misery. Job longs for understanding and relief before he dies. Job's 11. Zophir's first response. Zophir harshly rebukes Job, accusing him of speaking arrogantly. He insists that Job's suffering must be deserved and that he is probably guilty of even greater sins than he realizes. Zophir urges Job to turn to God for forgiveness, promising that God will restore him if he repents. Job's 12. Job responds sarcastically. Job mocks his friends for acting as if they have wisdom. He points out that even nature testifies to God's power over all things. He argues that God is in control of both the wise and the foolish, the strong and the weak. Job insists that his suffering is not proof of guilt, but part of God's mysterious ways. This section continues Job's struggle to understand his suffering, while his friends insist that suffering must be the result of sin. The tension between Job's perspective and his friends' views deepens.